looks great, guys, as he heads towards Extreme Rules Last Man Standing versus Ryback on Sunday. Speaking of John Cena, check out the latest edition of the WWE magazine. Is John Cena the king of Extreme? I believe so.
Are you fucking retarded? The hell's the matter with you?
Do you want me to be fucking retarded?
All right, Monday Night Raw, episode 4, May 20th, 2013. Before we get into that, let's talk about the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. I did not watch it. I was planning on watching it, but I've been getting my ass kicked at work lately, having to stay late, come in early. It's killing me, so I couldn't fucking get to it. What I did was I looked up the two matches that I wanted to see, which was Ambrose versus Kofi, and Reigns and Rollins versus Kane and Daniel Bryan. I watched those two matches. Those matches were fucking awesome. If you can find them and check them out, I recommend you do so. Ambrose versus Kofi was great. It only got 7 fucking minutes on the pay-per-view, though, which was stupid, in my opinion. Those guys deserved way more time. But they used every second of that 7 minutes to put on a great match that a John Cena match that runs for 30 fucking minutes can't be as great as a 7-minute Dean Ambrose match. Kofi was good too. No knock on Kofi there. And the Kane and Daniel Bryan, Rollins and Reigns match were also great. Lots of great spots in both of these matches. The action was tight. It was fast. It was entertaining. And Ambrose won the U.S. title. Reigns and Rollins won the tag titles. So all 3 members of the Shield have gold now. That's fucking awesome. I didn't think they were going to do it on this all-in-one pay-per-view, but they did. So I don't know who's booking the Shield behind the scenes, but they're doing a fantastic fucking job. They're like the only ones that they're doing right so far. I don't really understand why they can't do this for other guys. But with the Shield, they're really rocking it, and that's awesome. Rest of the pay-per-view, I heard that Big Show versus Orton was all right if you're an Orton fan. And what else? Oh, everybody was telling me about the John Cena Ryback finish, so I had to check that out. Some people tell me they love that match. Some people tell me they hated it. Same thing with the Brock Lesnar Triple H match. So, watch it, make your own opinions. I didn't get time to watch it. I just checked out the finish of Cena Ryback. And I don't know. In my opinion, Ryback should be champion. He was the last man standing at the end of the match, but they called the match off. Oh, it was too extreme. Fuck you. Fuck you, John Cena. Well, that takes us right into Monday Night Raw. Let's open the show here. And this episode of Raw, I don't know. We'll go through it. You make your own judgments here. So the show opens, an ambulance drives in through the arena. I was hoping that John Cena's beaten and battered corpse would be thrown out the back, but no, it's Ryback. He comes out, he hops on top of the ambulance, he challenges John Cena to an ambulance match. Go figure. So basically, instead of burying Ryback at Extreme Rules, they put it off for 1 more month, and they're going to do the same thing to Ryback that they did at Kane a couple of years ago, and throw him in the back of a fucking ambulance to end the feud. Unless there's some gimmick way where both Cena and Ryback wind up throwing each other into the ambulance. I don't know. And then somehow manage to close the door behind them too. Hey, I wouldn't put it past them. It's fucking stupid. So it's always an option for those guys. And that's the only option. Those are the only 2 options, because there is no way, I promise you, I guarantee you, there's no way John Cena is going to at least lose clean at any point throughout this program, and then at the end, he's going to beat Ryback. Unless they do another fucking stupid finish like this. Then it's just going to drag on until Cena beats him eventually. The ending's not going to change. It's never going to change. And because it will never change, I will never be interested in it. And suck on my dick. Oh, so next up was Wade Barrett and Fandango versus The Miz and Jericho. Hey, Wade Barrett's music changed. At least this is the first time I heard it. And I think it's better than that last garbage song that he had. I did not care for that. So, I actually wanted to see this match. I did. I thought this would be a good match. But you know what? It was the furthest thing from a fucking match that it could possibly be. First off, that goddamn WWE app popped up again right here. Look, fuck. There, hey, look, there it is, huh? Can you see? Oh, how about now? WWE app in your face. Fuck you, WWE. And this time they made it worse because they made the audio on the app louder than what was coming on the TV. I couldn't hear the fucking match because the app was taking over my TV. I don't want this shit on my TV. I'm not going to buy it. It's free. I'm not going to get it because I don't even care if it's free. I don't even care if you put it in my hands and say it comes with a $100 bill. I still wouldn't fucking take it because I hate this goddamn company. Jesus Christ. So, anyway, this match just spun. It wasn't really a match. It was a facade of a match at first. But then they just dropped that and were like, oh, it's a fucking circus. It's a sideshow. It's a zoo. It's a goddamn carnival. It's anything but a fucking match. I'll tell you that much. So, what's his name? Fon Douchebag starts dancing outside the ring. He cues his own music, and the music is playing, and he's dancing while the match is going on in the ring, and nobody's even paying attention to the fucking match. Wade Barrett loses. Nobody cares. The two best things about this part was when Fandango took off after the match because Jericho and Miz were going to come after him. He runs into some idiot outside the rails, almost knocks the fucking guy over. That was hilarious. And then the next thing was Jericho's there by himself, I guess, with that dancer chick that Fandango's always with. You know, Jericho puts on his rape face, and the dancer chick puts on her slut face. And then he does the talk to the hand and fake slaps her and walks away. That was kind of funny. But other than that, it was fucking garbage. Oh, man. Alright, so let's keep going. Vicky Guerrero comes out and says that Jack Swagger is going to have a match. You get to pick the stipulation. You have to use the WWE app. Or not the stipulation, but the opponents. That's all three bad things right there. That's bad, worse, and fucking horrible. Go to hell. Suck on my cock. I can't stand it. It's just a bunch of bullshit. This app, man, I can't believe it. I guess the WWE got so pissed because last week they had this pick your opponent and they picked the guy that the fans picked the guy WWE didn't want them to, so they basically are redoing it. This time they give you such shitty options, Great Khali, R-Truth, or Randy Orton. I wonder who's going to win that fucking match. Or that fucking vote. It's not even a vote. It's just fucking piles of cock. And why Swagger? Why are they putting Swagger? I would vote to not see Swagger in a match anymore. I don't want to see him on the TV. He's fucking boring. Get him out of there. That's my vote. Jesus Christ. And then they kept talking about the app after that. They wanted to announce a little more app talk. It's a big fucking commercial. It's a commercial under the disguise of a show, a TV show. But it's not. It's an infomercial. That's all it is. You're going to see that fucking guy on the elliptical going back and forth like this. I can't remember his name. He's got long hair and the fucking cap. He's going to be like, yeah, WWE app. Uh-huh. Suck it. Then there's an argument backstage between Kane and Daniel Bryan. Now the titles are gone. Daniel Bryan's pissed. Maybe he's going to break up the Team Hell No and maybe go solo, shave that stupid fucking beard, and get back to being a serious wrestler that everybody knows that he can be. I hope so. Maybe this was the start of it. I don't know. So next up was Sheamus versus Titus O'Neil. This match surprised me. I thought this was going to be a 2-minute squash match, but it turned out to be a long, decent, not great match, but it was decent. This was the best I've ever seen Titus O'Neil. He impressed me tonight. He did a lot of good things in there. They weren't great. He needs some work, but the WWE doesn't give him any fucking time on the big shows. And he looked way better than Sheamus physically and just charisma. I think he's better than Sheamus. So this was nice to see. Maybe this is the start of something. I don't know. But let me tell you something. The commentary in this match was fucking horrendous. It was awful. They spent a good, I don't know, minute and a half making bad fucking jokes about people's last names.
I spoke to Sheamus earlier. He said this is the Battle of the Irishman. Sheamus versus O'Neil. He said you could trace Titus O'Neil to Craggy Island.
Oh, JBL, you're so funny.
I'll give you a little bit of trivia. My middle name is O'Neil. Jerry O'Neil Lawler. That's it.
Oh, O'Neil, he's Irish. Oh, Sheamus is Irish. Oh.
Michael just, oh my.
That's what the doctor said.
And what yours is, I can't repeat on live television.
Oh, that's a good one, Michael Cole.
As Sheamus continues to go after Titus. You guys, neither one of you gave Sheamus much of a chance last night. No, wait a minute. You have to qualify that.
I don't know.
Any way that Sheamus could drag the world's strongest man around that ring for four corners. That's what we doubted could happen.
And I'll tell you what else happened to me when I picked Mark Henry. The Psychic Network lied to me.
Call the goddamn match. I'm tired of this horse shit. It was so bad. But Titus O'Neil at least looked good in this match. It wasn't a flat-out squash match, which is what I thought it was going to be. He put up a fight, and it turned out to be not that bad. So next up was Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman comes out to announce his new client. There's a big build-up for this. Finally, the music hits, and it's Curt Henning's kid. Holy shit, I didn't see that coming. I didn't recognize him at first, but I heard the music, and then I could see it in his face that, yeah, that was Curt Henning's kid, with a beard. It's Curt Henning with a beard. So he had remixed Mr. Perfect music. That was cool. And he comes out, and his name is Curtis Axel now. And Paul Heyman even references that, they got Curtis from Curt Henning, and which is his father, and Axel from Larry the Axe Henning, which is his grandfather. He's a third-generation wrestler. That's kind of cool. And then Paul Heyman went on to say, this guy's been here for a long time. Why is he not a star already? Why does he need my help? I got a reason for you. Because they used to call him Michael fucking McGillicuddy. Are you kidding me? Michael McGillicuddy? How is anybody on the planet supposed to get over with the crowd when your name that is given to you in the company is McGillicuddy? How are you even supposed to work that into a serious fucking promo? That's why. I mean, the guy, I've always liked him, but he never did a whole lot back a few years ago when he was still on the show, and then he vanished. But now he's back, and I don't know, they strapped a rocket on his ass, and now they're going to shoot him to the moon because he was in the main event on this Raw. It seemed a little weird to me why they would do that. I didn't really understand it, but I'm happy to see a new guy get the chance to be able, not new, but he's got a new character, and is somebody new in the bigger picture of the show. We're going to see some new stuff, maybe. Maybe the same guy that's booking the Shield is going to be booking this Curt Henning, this Henning's kid, is what I thought. And then Triple H's music hit. Triple H comes out, and I don't understand why he had to treat this brand new character, this new launch of a gimmick, I guess, like shit. He pretty much, did they do that back in the day? I can't remember when he talked about Brock Lesnar. When Brock Lesnar came out, did Triple H come out and fucking bitch slap him so hard that he fell on his ass? I don't think so. It doesn't make any fucking sense. This is why they have such a hard time creating new stars. Because as soon as one shows up, Triple H or John Cena or somebody, Sheamus, comes out and fucking squashes them immediately. That's horseshit. You wonder why they can't make new stars. They're doing it. The company is doing it to themselves. And it just sucks to watch. I just don't get it. I don't get why they would do that. So, Triple H says he wants to beat up... let me talk about this first. Triple H comes out to the ring and he says he was in a war with Brock Lesnar last night. Really? I couldn't fucking tell because you looked absolutely fine. You no-sold the whole fucking match last night. This brutal steel cage match, you got hit with sledgehammers, and you come out, you look like you just spent, I don't know, you just got a sauna, got your spray tan on again. You feeling good, loose, clean, hip, and hopping. You look great, buddy. Considering you were in a war last night, get the fuck out of here. He's such a no-seller. That's Triple H. That's one of Triple H's biggest fucking problems. He does not sell the fact that he's supposed to be injured ever. And it sucks. But anyway, he challenges Curt Henning's kid to a match. What is his name? Axel. Curtis Axel. He challenges Axel to a match later on in the show. Winds up being the main event. I don't really understand that either. So next up was Del Rio versus Big E Langston. This is Dolph's still out with a concussion, so that's why Big E's in there. It started out cool. Del Rio went for the cross arm breaker like right away, so Big E grabbed Del Rio, and first he like picked him up with one arm, slammed him into the turnbuckle. Del Rio held on, and he kept holding on. Eventually locked it in again outside the ring. Big E was standing outside the ring, but Del Rio was inside the ring and had the arm breaker on, so Big E picked him up again and then swung him with one arm into the fucking turnbuckle post outside the ring. That was pretty cool. I liked that whole segment. Langston wound up winning the match with interference from AJ, so I guess they're keeping Dolph Ziggler's streak alive of either losing a match or being unable to win a match clean. So he's keeping that going for Dolph. Fuck you, WWE. Why do you gotta treat your heels like fucking shit? Next up was Divas match, AJ versus Layla. I skipped it. Next up was Cody Rhodes versus Zack Ryder. Guess what? I don't know if it was just me, if I missed the entrance, but when the show came back from commercial, these guys were already fighting in the ring. Shows you how much they care about this match. Shows you how many fucks the WWE gives about Zack Ryder and Cody Rhodes. And this is the best part. Cole says, here's the WWE app again, and here's what you're going to see while you're watching this match. And it comes up, and it's Ryback. He's standing back there watching TV. He's just watching. There's silence, and there's like a few seconds of silence, and Cole's like, yep, there's Ryback. Looking on. Why would I want to put the app on my phone so that instead of watching the match, I can watch a video of another guy watching the match? How fucking stupid is that? Oh my god. That's just garbage. This WWE app is killing my viewing experience. I don't want to fucking watch it anymore if it's just going to be a goddamn commercial for this thing. Who came up with this idea? That's stupid. Anyway, you know, this app shit is worse than tout, because at least when the tout whole thing happened, they weren't playing touts but taking up 25% of your TV in the middle of the match. But this thing, and they just keep doing it, and then when they go to commercial break, they're like, if you downloaded the app, you get exclusive content right now, and then it fades out. Cole's like, oh, no, fade out. Fuck you, Cole, fuck you, Vince McMahon, because you know it's his idea. Like, whatever. I can't say enough about how much the app sucks balls. So anyway, Cody Rhodes versus Zack Ryder. The match was decent for a Zack Ryder match, considering he's been getting flattened lately. He lost again here, but at least he got to showcase some of his skills. And then Ryback comes out and completely destroys Ryder and throws him into the back of the ambulance. This is very similar to when Cena was fighting Kane, and they were using Zack Ryder to be the one to get the shit beat out of him, because you're not allowed to beat the shit out of Cena. You have to go through like an intermediary to get to Cena. You can't beat up Cena, but you can beat up this guy that becomes Cena's friend, so that Cena can be used to be fed to the current Cena storyline. It's horseshit. It's the same thing from 2 years ago. I don't want to see it again. And then JBL says that Zack Ryder's just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And you know what? The place is the WWE, and the time has been the past 4 fucking years. Zack Ryder needs to get the hell out of there while he's still young and he can still perform. Go somewhere else while you get treated with respect. Fuck you, WWE. So next up was The Shield versus Kane, Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston. And this match was fucking awesome. This match was great. I love this match. I didn't even take that many notes during this match because I was just glued to my TV. I was captivated. I was entertained. I know it's hard to believe that Raw can actually entertain at points, but if they try hard enough and you give them enough time, they sometimes put on a good match, and this was one of them. I tell you what, The Shield is the only reason to watch the WWE anymore at this point. It's the only reason to watch Raw, because Ziggler's out, Punk's out, Brock's gone, there's nothing left but the Shield. I mean, Daniel Bryan, but he's in that shitty fucking gimmick. The Shield is the only guys with a gimmick that works, that's written right, that's being booked correctly, and they're just so much fun to watch, especially Dean Ambrose. This guy, what he does in the ring, it just keeps your attention. His facial expressions, the way he sells moves, the way he carries himself in the ring, the way he presents himself, it's very, very cool to watch him wrestle. And I have a good time every time. In this match, I saw Seth Rollins sold like a fucking champ at the beginning of this match. He was just like, oh, no, 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 when he was getting beat up and put in submissions by Daniel Bryan. There was this big running powerbomb by Rollins. He did it to Daniel Bryan. He picked him up, turned around, ran right in, powerbombed him into the top turnbuckle. That was fucking cool. There was the crowd was hot for Daniel Bryan in this match too. Daniel Bryan looked really good. There was double suicide dive from Daniel Bryan and Kofi to the outside. Awesome. The Shield won this match in the end. Kane got pinned. It was an awesome fucking match. Everybody was on their game, even Kane. So, yeah. It's too bad that this one great match was surrounded by so much fucking ass. Stinky, sweaty asshole. Just like me. It's like 95 fucking degrees outside right now. And I'm sweating my balls off. But I also got the rage sweats too, because this fucking WWE shit is garbage. Next up is Orton versus Swagger. I wasn't really into this match. I didn't really care for it. Because it's voted on, because like I said, I want to vote Swagger out of the fucking building. I'm pissed at Swagger for what he did to Ziggler. Because he fucking goofed around in the ring and kicked him in the goddamn head. So Orton won. It was okay, but I didn't really care. So next up was the main event, Triple H versus Curtis Axel. I'm all for giving a new guy a primetime spot. But this was a hell of a push up to the main event. The guy's been there for a while, but you're totally reinventing his character and putting him in the main event in the same night. I can't remember a time when that's happened before. I can't think of one off the top of my head where a guy goes right into the main event like that. I don't know. I believe this match, I'm okay with this match happening, but I believe that the six-man tag team match should close out the show. Like, what, those names aren't big enough? Wow, the Shield is tag team champions and United States champion. Why is that not big enough to close out your show? People are going to tune in for that. They want to see what the Shield does. The smart fans and the casual fans. They both want to see what the Shield does. Why not make that the main event? Well, I'll tell you why. We'll get there. So, the match is going on. It wasn't a total fucking squash match like I thought it was going to be. Curtis Axel was actually getting some shots in on Triple H. It was mostly just punches and just, barrages. Nothing too big, so I didn't really get to see much of his actual ring work. But, wasn't a squash match. And Triple H starts acting weird as the match goes on. And all the commentators talking about how Triple H keeps getting hit in the head right where he got hit with the sledgehammer the night before. And then he's trying to get back into the ring at one point and he's like, oh, he's stumbling around. He sits in a chair. He gets some water. He stumbles around some more. And eventually he just he's like, oh, I'm so full of myself. I'm so full of myself, I can't take it. And he falls over. And that's what it is. Triple H is so fucking full of himself. This guy's ego is just ginormous. I don't understand. First, he no-sells the beating that he took last night. And now he's overselling it. The whole match was just to sell the injury. It wasn't about Curt Henning's kid. It was about Triple H, overselling the injury. It was fucking stupid, man. It was alright at first, but then he got into this WWE over-dramatized, super goofy, you can tell it's all a fucking work just by his facial expressions. He oversold it. It is fucking dumb. You really needed to put that as the main event? Why couldn't that be before the six-man tag? I don't even understand that. Well, I do understand. It's because Triple H's ego is out of fucking control, and the guy just has to... When he comes out on the show, he's got to be it. It's got to be all about him. Kiss my ass, Triple H, you fucking piece of shit. It's your fault. You're helping to run this company now, and you still let it... It's all about you, and I can't stand that shit. So I don't know why this was the main event. It fucking sucked because it was all about Triple H's injury. That's so dumb. But the 6-man tag match was awesome. You definitely want to watch that. Raw overall was up and down. Like, it was mainly, I was happy to see guys perform in the ring, but all the guys I was happy to see perform in the ring lost, except for the Shield. That's how it was. That's because Titus O'Neil looked good, he lost. Zack Ryder looked good, he lost. Yeah, Langston won, but he won with interference. So, you know, this Raw was mediocre. The one match, you take that one match out, that one match, it's not that great. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. Like this video, subscribe to my channel. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.